Joker mans the middle in that first possession. Cade bounces it inside for JD, flips it up. I'm reminded of how many times trades of it's the business of basketball, whether we like it or not.
Isaiah Thomas's rookie year, he wept in the locker room.
The 5 for the Joker. Return and fire to Watson. Nice
During all those games, because his role elevated, they found out he could score.
Half in his last 17 games. Pistons inside the Cade. Have done in the past, like Dennis Rodman, Bill Russell. Gets to the elbow, gets to the lane. Duncan Robinson with a corner. Trying to get by Brown. Gets to the baseline. Guns on the run, and it goes. Nikola Jokic. Joker to the basket, misses. Taps it up.
Hand up in his face, didn't matter.
Great defense in the finals. We could be looking at a preview here. Cade misses.
Put it underneath and made it happen.
Nuggets into the corner. Goes to the posting, Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris, in this game, they're doing it early.
Miss from it. Did he coach 2 expansive teams? Yes, he did. Duncan Robinson jacks up a 3.
Even though the Pistons won the game in Denver, his shot was not there.
Yeah. Cade against Jamal Murray. All-Star against All-Star. Got by him, got to the basket.
It ended up with a layup out of it.
Brown from deep, misses 7. Cade to the basket. Off to Lassar for a defense to figure out what the heck's going on.
That's right.
Nice bounce from Murray to Brown. Well for the Pistons last year. Agent signee by Denver. Here's a lob to Cade. Jamal Murray trying to get to the basket. Hangs on, flips it. All-Star Jamal Murray at the line, fouled. Will be electric, and the action non-stop. Scan the QR code to grab your ticket. Star Thompson with some room. Lobs it. JD with a jam.
Now anyone can throw it up to JD.
Murray's open. Missed. Stu. Excellent off the bench scores. Starts the play. The Joker. Jalen Duren with a rebound. Inside to me. Here goes Murray inside to Valanciunas. Pistons by 11. Cade misses a 3. Murray still with the ball. Great handle. Fires over Stu and fills it. Way outside for Tobias. Gets to the elbow, sends it. Hands for Bruce Brown, the ex-Piston. Way outside, and Tim either be the peacemaker or escalate things depending on. Tobias stops, fires. It's in and in. Danis Jenkins off the Piston bench to the lane.
Front and away from the defense.
Watson on the drive, half hook on the run, and rolls.
Valanciunas became.
Murray from distance drains it. So Michael
Successful in Denver, which always makes it tougher.
Yeah. Pistons lead by 3. Half a minute to play in the first.
Disciplines in defensive basketball is not going. It's gone.
Jamal Murray, 22 seconds to play in the first, and Danis Jenkins on the right guy's hands. Murray stops and fires. It won't fall.
6 from the line for Isaiah Stewart.
They're going to get another crack, though. Hardaway to the back.
A once ritual between Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. when they were.
Cade runs him into a Stewart screen. Inside for Stu, left handed up. Javonte Green off the bench gives to Cade down the lane. There's a celebration from Paul Reed you saw on the bench. Rebound to Bruce Brown, back there, back up and in.
Regained control, and he went out of bounds with it.
Cade the other way. Stu. Ron Holland's open on the wing. They get him the ball. Hardaway Jr. Shot won't fall. One-armed rebound for Valanciunas. Duren, your Pistons have risen to the top of the Eastern Conference, and they do. That'll segue into next season for the Nuggets. Gives it up. Strother throws it up.
8 in this quarter. That projects out for 32 minutes in the game. So
that might be
right.
Ron Holland was. Cade hit on the 5 years in that category. J.B. Bickerstaff just a tick ahead of him now.
I'll never forget Dikembe Mutombo on the ground clutching that basketball.
Yeah. Nuggets to Jokic. And he's not a selfie scorer. The points come when they come.
You think about all the...
Pistons needed one miss from the corner for Ron Holland until it wasn't,
sure
though.
Did.
Here comes Holland to the basket. Ron flips it up.
Play.
Normally, Jr. from the baseline. Shots in and out. Devontae Green to the baseline, fired short. He was blindsided.
By Ron Holland.
Ron Holland starts. Pistons get a stop. Duncan Robinson for three, and
It's the stroke.
Nuggets inside. The Joker misses. The Joker rebound comes off to Strother. He still has it down the lane off the glass.
Free throw line, and they're going to get 3 points out of this, or possible 3.
First free throw. It up to Duncan. Back to Asar. Gets to the basket for a scoop and score.
He and his brother.
Murray to and playing excellent defense as always. Here goes Asar to the basket. Strother takes the pass. It's down deep and score. Topside Danis Jenkins. He will drive. Double clutch it. Off the glass in and out. Bounces it to Watson. To the basket goes Bruce Brown. The result of the initial play. First free throws up and did a good call. Murray, top side of the Joker. Bruce Brown alone in the corner. Here's the three. He's up top to Asar. Back to Duncan. He'll find himself a three.
In salary and luxury tax by making the DeAndre Hunter trade.
Wow.
Here's Jamal Murray for three. Here's Cade to the basket. Flips it up. It's around. Watson gets himself to the basket for a Glasser that's in and out. Slapped away from him by the Joker. Ends up outside, and Cade. Jokic's pass inside did not get to Murray. Asar. Tobias with a nice pump fake. Here's the shot. What J.B. Bickerstaff wants. 3 in the shot clock. Now Cade for seconds. 1. Final shot of the half is short.
Can they keep it going against the Denver team? You know it's going to come out.
Tobias pivots, fires, fills it up. Sideline to Tobias. He will drive it. To Cade. Pistons are flying up the court. Cade from the lane. Fires it. Won't out, buddy. That was just an unfortunate miss for Jamal Murray. And the meantime,
Soared from here. Ended up winning that game by over 50. I'm not saying that'll happen.
55. Cade is two-time. In front to J.D. The shot's up.
That's what it sounded like.
Both free throws on the double team. Nuggets get it back, and Watson windmills it. Nice bounce to Murray. Murray with a lob. And it was so good in the first half. Here's Asar backing in, turns on Murray, fires it. Asar fights through it. He'll force anyway, and he's off the exit for the Pistons. Duncan Robinson gets to his spot. Jalen Pickett on the perimeter gets a screen from Jokic. Cade Cunningham has his team up 75-59. Pickett teaming up with the legendary Belleville 3. The originator. Gives it up to Jalen Duren, working one-on-one against the Joker. Flips it up. It's a make it work. Tobias with the rebound. Cade with the hoop.
Maybe get things going here.
Watson to the basket. Strip. G-League All-Star game. Presented by 8. Congratulations to those two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Danis Jenkins with the basketball for the home team. Bounces inside to J.D.
Legends game.
Yeah.
I used to really enjoy that. You guys in both tore their knees up in the same game. And Jokic on the floor at the same time. Whoa.
Way outside for Danis Jenkins. This is a three-point try. It's off the heel. Last year he averaged over.
Without seeing the Denver Nuggets all the time, I wonder how.
The rim, still with a rebound, back to Duncan. He'll fire again, and this one.
Not surprising.
Jokic with a long gun, and it goes. Duncan Robinson takes the pass, takes the shot. 5 for the Joker. And the Joker leans in and misses, but Danis Jenkins. Baseline to Stu. Valanciunas bothered the shot.
I think a state of lethargy here.
And his Jenkins shot. Karis LeVert over Bruce Brown. Sends it. The hustle man, Ron Holland, hustling all the way to the basket. Lays it up. Lays it in. Murray. Ron Holland's shot. Watson dumps it deep. Now 3. LeVert off the Tobias to get it away in time. 91-75. Watson to the basket in a hurry. And if they weren't thinkers, but no way that would have been a hoop.
Against Oklahoma City Thunder.
Doubled. Karis LeVert's on the sideline. Strother gets to the wing. Guns for 3. A screen from the hustle man. Cade to the baseline. Fall away.
Playing this zone pretty much the entire quarter.
He's going to have to hurry. He doesn't know it.
Innovation Incubator, which is located at the train station downtown. It
already did the same thing about 65 years ago.
Good luck to the fellas. Ron Holland hustles it down on the baseline.
But of course,
Cade from the wing. He backs on Stu. They go deep to Valanciunas. Ball not.
You know, if he gets the ball first and then maybe comes down across the arm, maybe.
Tapped by Jokic to Strother. Strother to the ball. Holland picks it up. Ron Holland to Stu. And the shot won't fall. Strother. Bruce Brown launches a three. Won't tap to a Piston. LeVert to Cade.
Denver's aware of it, but right now, that's the difference between the Pistons. I'm really glad, you know, with this new format at the arm
fake. Outside for Strother, runs it up.
There's no more challenges either way. Rest of the way.
Yep, shot clock running out. Strother trying to get to the rim. To the Joker. Strother to Nikola Jokic. And a
season.
Wow.
And he looked like it right there.
Sure did, didn't he? It looked like a free throw. Taken away by Stu. All kinds of numbers, a 4-on-1 break. That's the matchup that cost Valanciunas a flagrant earlier. He goes base.
Nikola Jokic's rest will be brief.
102-91 lead. Tobias stops in the lane. Fire. Javonte Green for three. That was not an easy shot, folks. He now has 20.
And they're starting to push away.
You talked about it. Strother from the top. Couldn't take it. Shot clock at 6. Here's the drive. Block. Watson trying to get to the basket. Into the paint to Stu. Outside picked off by Valanciunas. Ahead to Strother for the basket. Inside to Cade against Watson. Or to Tobias against Watson. With a crossover on Danis Jenkins. Stumbles to the lane, turns and fires.
Shot, you can see he came about 4 inches short of the basket.
For the Pistons, gives to Jalen Duren, hands to Duncan Robinson. He'll launch a three. 6 out of 8 from distance. To the back.
Sets the screen without fouling. And Duncan Robinson.
Now Duncan Robinson has it topside. Misses on the long gun. JD when he grabbed the rebound. Watson, the Cade with 9 assists to go with his 24. He is 8 out of 10. And now, topside to the Joker. Right dish in elbow. Joker goes baseline. Joker to the basket. 2.
You know what? This game is starting to look eerily like the game.
Let's be focused. Strother on the run. Hooks it in the corner to Jamal Murray. Eddie Brown. Tobias from the corner for 3. Murray trying to get by Danis Jenkins, who's doing a nice job staying in front of him. But Watson. Cade with the drive. Got blocked by Watson. Severe got the Pistons to win out there. On his way to the All-Star game. Now 20. Back inside for the big man. Blocked by Watson. Ball.
Sure.
First free throw is up and in. And the second one screens. Murray shoots a pass to Strother. This for 3. No. Backcourt. Flips it to Danis Jenkins. Back to... In a good ball game. Glad you've been with us. The Joker takes the bounce pass. Goes to the basket against Nassar. That was easy. Lace to Javonte Green. Fouled by Tim Hardaway in downtown Detroit tonight. Well worth it. Nice shot. The free throws make it 122 to 116. Murray for 3. And it's through. On the night, he was 6 for 9 from downtown.
Keep moving in situations like this on a free throw attempt.
Rebound to the intentional miss.